Makabayan is Tagalog for push forward for our people. So for this year's dialogue, 5 delegates are going to learn about issues that are affecting their communities and what are ways they can take action and support their communities. So Bayan, which translates into nation or people, is a workshop that consists of learning about what are the issues that are affecting our communities, both back home in the Philippines, to get a better understanding of what are the struggles of people, of migrant Filipino workers here. Bayani, which translates into hero, talks about different Filipinos and Filipino Americans in Philippine history that have expressed their concern about their communities and provide us an example of how we as youth and students can push forward and support our communities. Bayanihan translates into community, and this workshop will be learning what are actions that we can take as youth and students to push forward for positive changes in our community.
Up on their phone or laptop or whatever, just let me know.
The purpose of these workshops is to empower fellow Filipino Americans to make positive, concrete changes in their communities through education and unity. The main focus of the Bayan workshop is to develop more awareness of issues affecting Filipino and Filipino Americans by understanding the factors that push migrants out of the Philippines and the problems they encounter upon arriving to the U.S.
He's using us.
The main focus of the Bayani workshop is to learn about the revolutionary history and tradition of youth in the Philippines, while drawing inspiration from Filipino and Filipino American heroes, to build a foundation for activism among youth and students.
No evil man shall escape my sight. Let those who oppose women's rights beware my power, the liberator's light.
Are you preaching in church right now?
Yo, those arms though.
Present. Thank you. All right.
The purpose and main focus of the final workshop, Bayanihan, is to create and learn concrete actions that Filipino Americans can take to fight for their rights and the welfare of Filipino migrant workers and their respective communities.
The Filipino community, it sounds like something that we're proud of our culture as a Filipino community. As we talked about in the first workshop, the Filipino community isn't just about Filipinos in the Philippines. We brought it here, like we're Filipino Americans, but we're also linked as Filipino Americans to our community back home. That's why we were talking about them in Workshop 1 and Workshop 2. What are some of the issues that we talked about throughout the workshops? Some of the issues that came up. What about the role playing? What were some of the issues with that? Corruption.
With the growing number of Filipino organizations at institutions across the U.S., there exists an inherent desire to know about one's culture. Ranging from the personal search and identification to the large-scale social awareness, this dialogue is an organization that opens the door to communication and collaboration among its members from numerous states. It offers those interested an opportunity to see what else is out there, a broad perspective to the increasing Filipino presence in America. That is why this year's dialogue's theme is Makabayan, pushing forward for our people.